Hello. Today I feel like talking about the idea that we should support women doing feminist action and activism. That sounds a little misleading because, of course, we should support women who are doing feminist activism and actions, and I absolutely do. But all too often I see on feminist Facebook groups and on Instagram and Twitter, on social media in general, things that are really like, we have to support these women who are doing XYZ. And though we do, we also need to join the women who are doing feminist acts and activism. I saw a post on a Canada-specific radical feminist group on Facebook about 3 women who are, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was about 3 women who are doing some particular Canadian women's gender-based, something or other. And the comment was like, we have to support these 3 women. These women are fighting for your daughters and your granddaughters and your nieces, and we must support these 3. And I was just thinking to myself, like, well, yeah, but we have to do more than just support the 3 women who are putting their own livelihood on the line. We gotta join them. We can't just cheer from the sidelines. We gotta be writing to our representatives in legislation in whatever country you live in. And we gotta be physically going and speaking to our representatives in legislation. And we have to be attending the talks and asking questions. And we have to be creating the events. And we have to be doing the action too. Don't just leave it up to a couple of women who are carrying the torch. Like, you gotta join them. Yeah, I know it can be hard and it can be scary to speak up, and that's totally understandable. My channel is pretty anonymous, primarily just because I'm lazy and it's easy to do what I'm doing right now, which is literally laying in my bed under my covers with my phone sitting on my pillow as I record. I don't have to set up space to make a video. I just lay here and record when I feel like it. So yeah, my channel is pretty much anonymous because of that. But that doesn't mean I'm not in the real world also doing real things. Like, I have written to my MLA, Member of Legislation Assembly in Canada, and I have written to various organizations or various causes. My local one and only women's shelter permits trans women to access their services, and so I've been writing to the CEO of the organization. I haven't gotten a response yet, but I write to her. I've written, so I do stuff, obviously, in the real world, not just make anonymous videos on the internet. So it's little things like, we can't leave it up to the few women who are out there, the Megan Murphys and the Terry Stranges and the Leah Taverleys and the gals on To the Root, etc. We can't leave it up to the few women who are out there with their names and faces. Like, you got to do real world action too. And it doesn't have to be putting your name and your face on the internet for the entire world to see. You can do stuff in your own community pretty, under the radar, like writing to your representatives, physically going to talk to your representatives, talking to organizations that serve women in your community. But no more leaving it up to a few women to fight for us. you got to join in and do it too.